Don't you also think that she's one of those tooth and claw, get to the top? That's why she became Ellen in the
Correct.
first place, and that makes a lot of enemies.
She's A-type. She's an
Yeah.
A-type personality. It's her show. It's her way or the highway, and it rubs a lot of
And-
people wrong.
Joe Rogan has talked with all kinds of people, from controversial figures to members of unusual groups, and he usually stays calm no matter what he hears. But during one conversation, a guest started talking about claims and rumors connected to Ellen DeGeneres and the people around her. Rogan became much quieter than usual. That reaction caught a lot of attention. Once you hear what was discussed, it becomes easier to understand why so many people focused on that moment.
Look at it.
Oh, well, you know where that is too, right? A similar image to that, right?
No.
I know Jamie does.
What is it?
It's on the set of a famous talk show. It's now not on anymore.
Oh, Ellen? Was that Ellen?
Before going any further, here is some important background. Ellen hosted her daytime talk show for 19 years. That meant thousands of episodes and a long list of celebrities, public figures, and major guests visiting the show almost every day. She built a public image around being kind, funny, and someone people felt comfortable watching and trusting. Then everything changed in 2020. Multiple former employees spoke publicly about what they described as a workplace that felt very different from Ellen's public image. Those reports led to widespread criticism, and the show eventually came to an end.
We started winning Emmys. I won 4 Emmys on the show, but that made things bad. That made her start to be mean.
Right.
Because she was back on top.
Around the same time, many online discussions also mentioned Jeffrey Epstein because his flight logs and contact records included numerous well-known public figures. Some people have pointed out that Ellen's wider social circle included individuals whose names have also appeared in public reporting. That alone does not prove wrongdoing by anyone, but it has continued to spark public debate and speculation. That is where this story starts raising more questions. Looking at the timeline and the public discussions together gives people more context for why these topics are often linked in conversations. The events did not happen all at once. They unfolded over time, with each new report adding another layer to the story. It took years of short clips, passing comments, and small details before people started trying to connect everything. Once those conversations picked up online, they spread quickly from one platform to another. One moment in particular grabbed a lot of attention. Joe Rogan pointed out something he thought looked unusual during an episode of his podcast. He mentioned that Ellen's former television set reminded him of locations that have been publicly associated with Jeffrey Epstein. That comment immediately got people searching through older episodes of her show again, with a different perspective. Soon, social media was filled with posts from people sharing their own observations and theories. Rogan's guest explained those claims step by step during the discussion. Rogan, who is usually quick to respond with another question or opinion, spent much of that conversation quietly listening instead. Many people have since looked through publicly released documents connected to the Epstein investigations. Those records contain the names of many well-known public figures and have led to years of public discussion and media coverage. It is important to remember that appearing in public records or being mentioned in conversations does not by itself show that someone engaged in wrongdoing. Even so, Ellen DeGeneres continues to be mentioned in some online discussions alongside other well-known names. Those conversations are not based on one single event. People often point to her documented friendships and social connections with individuals who have later faced public allegations or legal scrutiny. Others have also discussed the timing of her decision to move abroad after her show ended, although there is no public evidence showing that the move was connected to those discussions. When all of those topics are placed side by side, they have continued to fuel online speculation and public debate. By themselves, connections like these may not mean very much. People in the entertainment industry meet and work with countless others throughout their careers. But some online commentators believe the picture changes when those moments are viewed together with other public events and discussions. That is why many people continue looking at the timeline as a whole instead of focusing on one event by itself. Those conversations have become a major part of the ongoing debate surrounding Ellen DeGeneres. Now, think back to the 2014 Academy Awards. Ellen was hosting one of the biggest nights in entertainment when she surprised the audience by ordering pizza for the room. It was an unexpected moment that quickly became one of the most talked about highlights of the show.
Hi. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you? How's everybody doing? Good? Is anybody hungry? I just feel like everybody's got to be hungry right now. Good. I was hoping you'd say that because I have this crazy idea that I will order pizza. And so if I do, I don't want it to go to waste. Who will eat pizza if I... Jennifer? Yes? Aaron?
Instead of making it part of the official production, she jokingly asked Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey to help cover the cost of the pizza. At the time, the audience treated it as a lighthearted comedy moment, and the joke received plenty of laughs. Years later, after both men became the subject of serious public allegations and legal cases, many people returned to that clip and looked at it through a very different lens.
The Jeffrey Epstein files.
They have a new code word. So we know the pizza is for, we know that. But one that was in the files a lot was jerky.
I didn't know about
and
this one.
jerky.
Really?
Yeah.
Others argue that the moment was simply a coincidence and reflected nothing more than the people who happened to be sitting nearby during the broadcast. The discussion did not stop there. Ellen later shared a tour of her home, giving viewers a closer look at her personal space. After that video was released, some people online began closely examining the artwork and decorations visible in the background. Their observations quickly spread across social media and became another topic of public speculation.
Seen Ellen DeGeneres' house art?
No.
The art in her houses? It's like this demonic 3-year-old drawings, tons of them. Just imagine a 3-year-old drawing satanic art, and that's all over her house.
Some of the artwork inside Ellen's home has received a great deal of attention online. Certain viewers have claimed that some paintings contain symbols they believe look unusual or carry deeper meanings. One piece appears above Ellen in a video, while another can be seen above her mother in a different clip. Some people see nothing more than personal artistic taste. Others believe the images deserve a closer look. Those different opinions have kept the discussion going for years. Another moment that attracted attention involved Ellen talking about her kitchen table. In a resurfaced video, she mentioned that medical procedures had been performed on that table. That comment quickly spread across social media, with many people debating what she meant and whether there was any larger story behind it. By itself, an unusual painting or an unexpected remark about furniture does not establish anything. Even so, many online discussions grouped those moments together with other public events involving Ellen. That is one reason some people point back to Joe Rogan's reaction during a podcast conversation. Rogan has interviewed many controversial guests over the years and is known for staying calm during difficult topics. Yet, when the discussion turned to Ellen, he described the situation with one word. He called it creepy. That comment became one of the most shared moments from the interview.
And now Ellen is doing a thing of how this shooting happened.
Look at how she's got an antenna from someone's Buick that she's popped off and she's using it as a pointer.
But why the hell is this happening on a daytime show where this is weird?
He was not only discussing reports about the workplace behind her television show, he also mentioned the way she interacted with certain guests during some on-camera moments. One clip that drew attention showed Ellen using a pointer while guiding a guest through part of the segment. Some viewers described her movements as stiff or unusually controlled, while others saw nothing unusual and viewed it as part of her presentation style. The moment stood out enough that Joe Rogan mentioned it without anyone prompting him. Many viewers later searched for the clip to see exactly what caught his attention. Because Rogan has spent years interviewing controversial and unpredictable guests, some people found it notable that he chose to describe that particular moment as creepy. Others saw it as nothing more than his personal opinion, but the comment continued to spread across social media and became part of the wider discussion. As those conversations gained momentum online, former employees from Ellen's daytime show also shared their own experiences about working behind the scenes. Multiple staff members publicly described what they believed was a difficult workplace environment. Some former employees claimed they were instructed not to make eye contact with Ellen while passing through certain areas of the studio. Those accounts received widespread media coverage at the time. Another story that circulated came from someone who attended a show taping. That person claimed they were told not to be funnier than Ellen during the recording. A former writer also publicly described Ellen as highly controlling behind the scenes. Ellen has publicly addressed criticism about the workplace, while investigations and reports focused on broader issues involving the show's production environment, rather than confirming every individual claim. These stories did not come from just one person or one period of the show's history. Dozens of former employees from different departments and different years shared concerns that described similar workplace experiences. The growing number of accounts increased public attention and added to the criticism surrounding the program. Then another memorable television moment brought even more attention to Ellen. During an interview, Dakota Johnson corrected Ellen after Ellen suggested she had not been invited to Dakota's birthday party. The exchange quickly went viral and became one of the most discussed moments from the show's later years. Dakota Johnson did not hesitate. She looked directly at Ellen and replied, "You were invited." Moments later, a producer confirmed on air that an invitation had been sent. Public reports later noted that Ellen had attended a football game with former President George W. Bush instead of the birthday celebration. After former employees began sharing workplace concerns, many people revisited that interview, and the exchange attracted a great deal of renewed attention online. What had once seemed like an awkward television moment was suddenly viewed very differently by many viewers. Some people believed it reflected a gap between Ellen's public image and the way critics described her behind the scenes. Others argued it was simply an uncomfortable misunderstanding that became much bigger because of later events. Either way, the clip became one of the most replayed moments from the show's final years. Another interview later sparked even more discussion. During an appearance on the show, Selena Gomez said she had found a camera in a bathroom after using it. The comment immediately caught the audience's attention and led to widespread speculation across social media. Public reporting has not established that there was a hidden camera recording guests, and the circumstances surrounding the remark remain unclear.
Yes, what? So I thought that you were gonna scare me when I came in. I don't know why. So in my dressing room, you have the bathroom with the cameras. So I put towels all over the cameras, and I went and peed in Kobe Bryant's dressing room because I was scared.
Well, you're right. I was trying to scare you.
Really?
You got here an hour early, and I was trying to scare you, and it was too late. So it doesn't matter if you put...
Ellen responded by laughing and describing the situation as a prank. Some viewers believed her reaction seemed uncomfortable or uneasy before she smiled. Others saw nothing unusual and felt she was simply reacting to an unexpected comment during a live conversation. The moment lasted only a few seconds, but it quickly became another clip that people replayed and analyzed. Together with other viral moments, it added to the continuing public debate surrounding Ellen and her television legacy. By this point, the conversation had grown far beyond a few viral clips. People were digging through old interviews, award show appearances, and celebrity interactions, looking for anything they might have missed the first time around. Every small moment was being viewed through a completely different lens. Some viewers believed they were seeing hidden meaning, while others argued that people were reading too much into ordinary television moments. One interview that kept coming up involved comedian Kevin Hart. During their conversation, Ellen strongly defended him after he stepped away from hosting the Academy Awards because of controversies surrounding past social media posts. Some people praised Ellen for supporting a friend during a difficult time. Others questioned why she was willing to step into that situation when she usually avoided commenting on other public controversies. That difference in opinion kept the discussion going long after the interview ended. As more stories continued to circulate, every new headline seemed to bring older clips back into public view. Moments that once passed without much attention were suddenly being shared millions of times across social media. Supporters argued that Ellen was being judged too harshly, while critics believed the growing number of stories pointed to a larger pattern involving her public image. That divide is what has kept this topic alive for so long. The more people searched through the past, the more debates appeared, and the more attention those old moments continued to receive. As always, remember that many of the topics discussed in this video are based on public reports, interviews, and claims that continue to be debated. It is important to separate verified facts from speculation and to consider multiple sources before reaching your own conclusions. Now, I want to hear from you. Let me know down in the comments which part of this story surprised you the most. Was it the artwork inside Ellen's home, the public discussions about her social circle, the workplace allegations, or one of the viral interview moments that caught everyone's attention? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who would want to join the conversation. Your support helps the channel grow and lets us keep bringing you more stories like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.